Hey guys, welcome back to Ramp 1. Today we're gonna be redoing our how to prepare for a One Piece regional video. Since in the first video we had some audio issues and we also wanted to add some more visuals for you guys. So let's get started with the video. First off, you wanna identify the tournament. You want to figure out what kind of tournament you're playing and what the goals for this tournament are. So for us this is gonna be Regional Barcelona. There's gonna be 1028 slots, and the goal for us is gonna be reaching top 32, as this is gonna qualify us for the finals of this year, and it's also a top 32 tournament, so it will qualify you for the single elimination.
So next up, you want to learn the meta. To learn the current meta, you can use various resources like just going online and getting into some tournament histories or recent big tournament results. Then you want to kind of try out a few different decks, possible start with something new, try a few of those meta contenders that you might possibly play, and try to get at least a few games with every deck you might consider of actually playing at this coming big tournament.
So next up, you guys want to decide what deck you're gonna bring. You really want to get confident with the deck, find as many resources online as you possibly can. You want to look on YouTube if there's any players playing the deck a lot that really know what they're doing. You want to play a lot of games yourself, find guides on maybe Patreon if you can afford it and you really want to take your game up a notch. At least you can also go on X, or formerly Twitter, to try and find pro players who are playing the same deck as you. And you want to get a good understanding of what the core of the deck is, what the tech cards are, so you can tweak your deck according to the matchups you're expecting in the tournament later on.
Next up, as Hector just said, you want to fine-tune your deck with tech cards. So what you want to do is like do a final assessment on the deck and the expecting meta. So you think about what kind of decks you expect on the big tournament that's coming up for you. Then you want to think how can you make bad matchups possibly better by using tech cards, but without hurting your overall matchup, spread. So you do want to try to make deck best possible for the upcoming tournament. So try out the various kind of tech cards, test it in real and as well on online, whatever you can. Finally prep your deck for your first or whatever time regional.
Okay, so now you want to really test the matchups with the final deck list. Tune your deck for the meta you are expecting at the tournament. You want to play at least a couple of games against each of the decks in the meta or you're anticipating. If you keep getting caught off guard or keep forgetting about certain threats, you really need more practice, because there is not that many cards. You should be, if you really want to take this serious, you should be able to expect what your opponent is gonna do most of the time. Of course, there's gonna be some rogue decks or tech cards you can't expect. But overall, I would say if you're prepared well for the tournament, you should be able to expect most of your opponent plays cards.
Last but not least is the final preparation. So let's say it's the day of the regional, the day before. What you want to bring with you is a few tech cards in case you want to decide to change your deck last minute. Obviously don't forget to change it in the deck list as well. As well as re-sleeve your deck. Your sleeves should be perfectly fine. There should be no bent edges or something like that, so you don't get a warning.
I hate re-sleeving.
Always bring some snacks and drinks with you. It's a long day, you want to stay concentrated and don't fight with other people for some water. And yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, don't forget, take this all with a grain of salt. This is just our guideline, how to basically prepare for a regional event. There could always be the exemption of the rule, like sometimes you do want to switch the deck last minute because you just feel more confident with that. There can always be some spontaneous in the meta and the tech card. So it's just our like overall guideline, and
if everything is happening the way you would want it to happen, this is how I feel like you should prepare. But obviously not everything is going to go according to plan. Not always, probably not even most of the time. Just take it with a grain of salt.
Exactly. So yeah, thank you for tuning in to today's video. We hope you liked it better than the first version with a new audio and new video. And yeah, our next big regional is going to be Barcelona this week. So after this regional, we will upload a nice vlog on what's actually happening on the regional. If you never have been there, this might be really interesting for you. So be sure to to follow us and subscribe and we'll keep you a little fast. Let's be sure to subscribe here so you don't miss out on our insight and our experience on the next regional in Barcelona this week.
Yeah, and also if you guys see us there, just come up to us and say hi. See you soon.